Okay, I think this is the fourth week. You know what, let me show your side first, AJ. AJ was supposed to meet me here, but could not make it today. Okay, so you can get a good look. That's your side. I don't know, maybe it looks a little different, AJ. I'm not sure. Maybe you sold some. Alright. I think this is my fourth week here. I know I sold something here. It should be a large troll figure. That's what it looks like. On this shelf, I don't think I sold anything, so that stood the same. On this shelf, I sold a metronome, I'm almost positive. And on this shelf, I sold some salt and pepper shakers that were there. Maybe, oh, and on the bottom shelf, I don't think there's any change. I'm going to take pictures of it. Maybe $25 in sales. I'm not sure, but I'll find out later on. I'll check that out. Anyway, now I'm going to take some pictures. Okay, now I'm going to try and make as much as possible of this stuff fit in this case without removing as, well, with removing as little as possible. Let me see how it works out, you know. And I'm sure I'm going to have to take something out. I just have to decide which I have the least faith in its ability to sell. Alright, this is my new setup for this week. AJ, you may notice I went a teeny bit into some of your space, but I wanted the case to look a little fuller, and I know you didn't really have anything to put in there anyway, and I don't think I went too far. One of the things I put in there I think should be an easy sell anyway. Here's my first shelf. I think the only thing I added on this shelf, well no, I added two things. I added this Wedgwood vase, and I put it at $40. This is a really old one. It's Queensware. Then this is just a funky kind of cool vase. It is made by Goebel. It's got a nice design on it. But otherwise, this shelf is mostly unchanged. This shelf, I'm actually making use of this space. I want to leave the Fenton Silvercrest serving plate in here because the holidays are coming. I believe it could sell. I didn't have to take anything out of the case. I fit everything in by just cheating a little bit into AJ's space, and a very little bit. On this shelf, I added the smiley, and I think that's it. That's all I added on that shelf, just the smiley face. On this shelf, I moved things around, and again, I think this is the only thing I added. I added this. It's kind of cool. I don't know if it's meant to be a cookie jar or for pasta or whatever, but it has. It's shaped like a woman. Its face. There's like a little white thing there, and now it looks like a chip, but it's from a label. Okay, got it. And I only put it at $20, and that's the half where it sits on like a lid. Otherwise, this shelf, besides having stuff added from other shelves, is mostly the same. On this shelf, I moved this down to here, and I kept it next to the Lion King, but I added these two pieces, the Lion King. Figure I only made this $12, and it's a musical. If that doesn't sell, I don't know, what would. And then I added this Lion King coffee mug for $5. Anybody that needs a coffee mug should be happy at that price. I didn't really add a lot of stuff this week. Mostly I didn't have a chance to go through stuff. I was very busy. But on this shelf, it's unchanged actually. The only thing I added was that Apache wood totem, signed Johnny Meyer. I've got that at Goodwill. I put only $20 on it. It should be worth 30 to 50, I think, at the very least. So that's what I changed. That's what my booth looks like this week. Now I'm going to take some pictures where I can write down and compare them from last week to what I had and what I sold.